Hey everyone, welcome back to Genai's Sports News. And what a time to be a football fan. The 2026 FIFA World Cup quarterfinals have officially kicked off, and things are getting absolutely electric. According to ESPN, we are now 4 weeks into the tournament, and just 8 teams remain, each of them only 3 wins away from lifting that iconic golden trophy. The quarterfinal lineup is stacked. We're talking Argentina, Belgium, England, France, Morocco, Norway, Spain, and Switzerland. France has already punched their ticket to the semis, and ESPN is reporting that the rest of the bracket is shaping up to be one of the most competitive in recent World Cup memory. Meanwhile, Sky Sports is breaking down the full route to the final on July 19th, and honestly, every single matchup on paper looks like a blockbuster. We've got defending champion-level squads clashing with hungry upstarts, and the football world is absolutely buzzing. Stay locked in, folks. This tournament is only getting better from here. All right, let's dig into 2 of the biggest stories coming out of the World Cup right now. First up, Kylian Mbappe. Sky Sports has a brilliant piece describing how Mbappe's performances this summer are drawing direct comparisons to Lionel Messi's legendary World Cup run. The narrative between these 2 generational talents continues to captivate the entire planet, and Mbappe's display against Morocco was another chapter in that story, despite actually missing a penalty after a stutter in his run-up. BBC Sport points out that stuttering penalty run-ups have been a growing trend at this tournament, and Mbappe's miss was the latest high-profile example. Still, France advanced, and Mbappe's overall form has been nothing short of breathtaking. Now, shifting to England, and there's some real concern in the Three Lions camp. Sky Sports is reporting that central defender Mark Guehi is a serious doubt for England's quarterfinal clash against Norway on Saturday after picking up a hamstring strain during the win over Mexico. That's a big blow for Thomas Tuchel's side, and Sky Sports is already asking the question, who steps in? The candidates on the table are Dan Burn, John Stones, and Trevoh Chalobah. Whoever starts, England simply cannot afford to be disorganized at the back against a physical Norway side. This one is going to be tense. Now let's cross over to Las Vegas, because the NBA Summer League brought us exactly the showdown we were all hoping for. ESPN is reporting that Dybantsa, the number 1 overall pick in this year's NBA draft, absolutely delivered in his debut for the Washington Wizards, dropping a game-high 27 points to lead his team past the Utah Jazz. And who was on the other side? None other than Darren Peterson, the number 2 pick, suiting up for the Jazz. So yes, the top 2 players from the entire 2026 draft went head-to-head in Las Vegas, and Dybantsa won round 1 convincingly. ESPN's breakdown of the matchup highlights just how polished Dybantsa looked, his scoring ability, his composure under pressure, and his knack for getting to his spots already looks NBA ready. Peterson had his moments too, but on this night, it was Dybantsa's show. It's Summer League, so let's keep things in perspective. But as first impressions go, the number 1 pick sent a serious message. The LeBron James free agency saga just keeps getting stranger and more fascinating by the day, and ESPN has the inside scoop. As King James' free agency decision stretches into its 2nd week, teams are now reportedly sending recruiting pitches through voice memos to LeBron's agent Rich Paul. Yes, you heard that right. NBA franchises are sliding into Rich Paul's inbox with voice notes trying to convince LeBron to sign with them. It sounds wild, but that's the level of star power we're talking about here. Meanwhile, in a separate ESPN report, Stephen Curry himself acknowledged the appeal of a potential late-career team-up with LeBron James. Steph said there's definitely an allure to the idea of sharing the court with his longtime rival, though nothing concrete is on the table. The basketball world would absolutely lose its mind if that happened. And rounding out the NBA drama, the proposed Clippers-Raptors trade involving Kawhi Leonard is currently on ice. ESPN reports the NBA has launched a probe into whether the Clippers may have circumvented the salary cap, and the deal won't be finalized until that investigation wraps up. It's a busy, messy, and thoroughly entertaining offseason. This next story gave us one of the most heartwarming sports moments of the week, and it comes from the baseball diamond. ESPN is reporting that Detroit Tigers rookie Eduardo Valencia made an absolutely stunning debut on Thursday, hitting a home run on the very first pitch he faced in the major leagues. First plate appearance. First pitch. Gone. But what made the moment truly special was what came after. Valencia, who hails from Venezuela, a country that has been devastated by a recent earthquake, got visibly emotional during his post-game interview, dedicating the homer to his family and to his home country. It was a powerful reminder that sport can carry so much more weight than just the scoreline. For Valencia, that first major league swing represented his nation, his loved ones, and a moment of joy for a people going through a very difficult time. Massive congratulations to Eduardo Valencia. What an entrance into the big leagues. Now for a story that is as alarming as it is remarkable, and ESPN has been covering it closely. A federal grand jury has handed down indictments against 8 men for their alleged roles in a planned drone and sniper attack that was thwarted at the UFC Freedom 250 event held at the White House back in June. 8 individuals are now facing federal charges related to what authorities describe as a serious and coordinated plot. The fact that law enforcement was able to detect and stop the attack before any harm occurred is an enormous credit to the security services involved. The UFC event at the White House was already a landmark occasion, and the revelation that there was an active threat being neutralized behind the scenes makes it all the more extraordinary. ESPN reports the indictments came down on Thursday, and this story is one that will continue to develop as the legal process unfolds. A sobering reminder of the security challenges surrounding major public events. And we wrap things up at the All England Club, because Wimbledon 2026 is delivering the drama we love. BBC Sport is reporting that Novak Djokovic and Jannik Sinner are set to face off in the men's semifinals, yet again. These two have become one of the defining rivalries of this generation, and the fact that they've navigated to another Wimbledon semifinal is a testament to both of their brilliance. Djokovic, as always, is chasing history, and Sinner once again stands directly in his path. Meanwhile, on the women's side, ESPN is reporting that Saturday's final will be an all-Czech affair between Linda Noskova and Karolina Machova, a fascinating matchup between two players who have captured the imagination of tennis fans throughout this fortnight. ESPN's experts have been weighing in on who takes the title, and opinion seems split down the middle. It's a great time to be a tennis fan. All right, everyone, that is your roundup for today, packed with World Cup drama, NBA chaos, emotional moments, and big tennis action. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, drop a comment with your World Cup quarterfinal predictions, and make sure you subscribe to Genai Sports News so you never miss a beat. We'll see you in the next one.